how's it going? A few weeks ago, I watched a video by Maryanne from on her channel, Maryanne's Creative Mix, and she showed how to make a crafting supply or craft supply organizer or a caddy. I think she called it an organizer, and she used a shoe box. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. She got the idea from Ceri Griffiths, another YouTuber I'm subscribed to. And he did his videos back in 2022. But Maryanne was showing just a few weeks ago, you know, it's not unheard of for us to go a couple of years back on our YouTube creators to see what they've created and designed and things like that. You know, get ideas. And I will give you a link. I'll provide there will be a link to Maryanne's video and also Ceri Griffiths' videos on how they converted a shoebox into a crafting supplies organizer. And I made a comment on Maryanne's video, and I said, oh, I have several shoe boxes, you know, I'm gonna try it. And she's like, all right, great, you know. And then I looked at my shoe boxes, and they are big ones. They're like, maybe, well, shoe boxes are generally this long anyway, right? But mine are like that wide, and I thought, no, that's a little bit too wide for me. I'm thinking maybe, I was thinking like this and maybe like this. General shoe size, I guess. And I thought, no, I can't do it, because the kind of shoes I buy, usually sneakers, and they're semi-high tops, because I don't want to break my ankles while I'm walking. That keeps me from, you know, twisting my ankle or anything like that. I've done that before. Oh, painful. And so what I decided to do was turn a box, just a general box, into a crafting supply organizer. And it is, I'm going to show you on my phone. The box I use is really a lid, and this is a Taster's Choice, Nescafe Taster's Choice, hazelnut instant coffee box. And I have shown those other boxes before. You know, I mean, in the Amazon haul, I used one of them. Let's see if I can grab it. Not this one, but I used one of these. Flip it over. It makes nice white cardstock for testing out the gel pens. I was testing out the gel pens that I got. And then I also use these cards for sorting my colors before I swatch them. And this, you know, normally it was a box like that. It has usually 16 packets of coffee in it. And now that I have that on subscribe and save, I'm getting 8 boxes, I think every 2 or 3 months. I can't remember what I set it up for. I know it's not every month. But I have now 3 of those boxes. And so I have this one, and I was taking different angles of it there. So then I covered it. See the design? Cool. And it's all the way like that, all the way around, including the bottom. And I used a tissue box pattern from Presto Facial Tissue. This is Amazon, one of Amazon's brands. And what I did was I took the sheet off. I gotta do it right now. I found an easier way to take the sheet off, and that's to spritz the back with water, and it makes it kind of buckles it, and then, and I cut all this off. First of all, let me move that away. First of all, I cut all of these slats off, all these flaps off, and I keep only these sides here and these sides here. And then maybe also some of this too, because what I needed to do was I needed to tear them into little pieces, and that's what I did here. And then also, before I did that, I crumpled these pieces so they all look like they're crumpled pieces to give that crinkled look, you know. And when I first did it, I was thinking about just putting them on in pieces, torn pieces and straight edge pieces, and just putting it on here. Sir Barkslot says hello. And then I realized, you know, I think it looks better if I crinkle the pages, or not the pages, but crinkle the pieces and then put them on. I put it all on with Mod Podge so it's already sealed. And I used one of the big Gelosity pens, the dark brown one, and outlined all of the pieces. So these are all individual pieces, and it's on all sides, including the bottom side. So that makes it sturdier, much sturdier. And at one point, I do have a template. I have a lot of templates for this box. This template, I put a bunch of pieces down, and I wanted to see if the yellow ochre Bic pen would look better, you know, outlining, or if the dark brown pen would work better. And I came up with the dark brown looking better. And then I added, with these, the Uniball, I added the orange or bronze and the gold on the edges, which looked really cool. And that I decided to save for. I was going to do the whole side here, all the sides and the bottom. And I put that there. Oh, he's quite talkative tonight. But instead of that, because that would take a long time to do, and then, I mean, this took a long time anyway, and it was very relaxing to do it. Another way to color, technically. And so what I did was I took the bronze gel pen, and I went all the way around the top part here, and then I took the gold and just, you know, sprinkled a little bit of the gold on here. And that's the edge. That looks really cool. I like how that looks. Kind of the gold and orange together, and you know, it matches the color scheme. And then I put these, somebody said you should put your gel pens upside down, so I'm gonna have to do some research on that, because I always thought you were supposed to keep them like this. I don't want these things, I don't want the ink pulling at the bottom there, and because that I think would clog the tips more so than just setting them like that. So this box, the Taster's Choice box, is not exactly square. It's 7 on the insides. It's 7 5/8 inches one way, and 7. Let's say 7 5/8, and then 7 15/16 inch the other way. Only like a quarter of an inch or something like that difference. I know it sounds weird, like, no, that's not a quarter of an inch, but it's really, when it comes down to it, it's almost like a quarter of an inch. I can show you. Okay, these are dividers. I'm going to take this out. Did I use this? I can't remember if I used this. I think I used this. Oh yeah, I did for brackets. Okay, so, and I'm going to talk about that too. These two sheets right here, as you can see, they are roughly a quarter of an inch in difference here with the length. So, yeah. So I have long side and short side slats. And I'm going to talk about slats and slits. This one I used, this is one of the surfaces for corrugated cardboard, right? The corrugated part is on this side. See all the lines there? And what I did was I took several, maybe inch to 1.5 inches wide there by 2 inches long, and I cut them out and made little brackets and I put them on the other side of the corrugated cardboard. So what's in here are the corrugated pieces on the inside inner walls. And then when I first did it, I had a bracket here, you know, on the inside there between this wall, and then one down here. And I thought, oh, I can just slide it in and then I can remove it whenever I want to. But that did not work because the insides buckled. And why does the inside buckle? Because when I remove the outer layer, which is probably not this one, but just like this one, then this is very pliable. Look how easily it curls up. This is how I store my corrugated cardboard rolls. I store them like this. If you don't believe me, you're thinking, no. Here's a whole box of them, plus some paper. And yeah, I save all different kinds now, and I'll probably stop with this set. I have a ton of boxes, and I just keep all different sizes like that, and just bound them up, put them with rubber bands, and put it over there. So I had to glue the corrugated cardboard into, you know, against these walls here. Okay, so this divider I have right now, I have the scissors pack, I have the tape runner, I have this one here, and then the Fiskars finger cutter there. I have templates and some of my boards. This little slot right here is perfect for the Aleene's glue that I have, but this is the Scotch Create glue. So I thought, oh, I can put Art and Fly gel pen that I use, the eraser stick, the sponge brush, and this glue. Anything else in there? Oh yeah, a pencil. And a pencil. So that's a lot, so I can put that in here too. And then in the big spot here, I just threw in, these are the paints that I use, melted chocolate for these dividers that I need to give a second coat to, and then put a sealer on them, because right now they're very rough. You know, acrylic paint dries matte, so it's dull to look at, you know, and it's very rough, and it's kind of hard to get right now to get these pieces together. And I'm wondering if I just put the Mod Podge sealer on, will that make it harder or easier? If I put the Mod Podge sealer on, can I put maybe a little bit of Vaseline? Just a smidge of Vaseline? I'm going to try that, you know, and see if that'll work. I don't think it'll take off the Mod Podge. I think if I just use a very little bit, I can put it, you know, in the slat area here, and then it'll be able to slide it back and forth more easily. So that's an idea I just came up with, so I'm going to try it. These Crayola Twistables, these are light brown, and dark brown, I believe. I use those to decorate the cardboard, the corrugated cardboard. And I used a different design. Two sides have a different design than the other two sides. Oh yeah, this is the the colored salt. A container of big toothpicks. Ooh. Okay, so this is the corrugated cardboard, and I just tried different designs. I also colored these before I glued them in, but once I glued them in, then I realized, oh, I wanted to put Mod Podge on them. So I put Mod Podge on them with the brush, with the sponge brush, with doing this, you know, making sure of getting it in there and everything. And I had this paper in before I put the sealer on. When I took this paper out so that I wouldn't get the sealer on the paper, I kind of ripped one of these sides here. I don't know which one it is. One of these on the edge here just a little bit. I put a little bit of masking tape underneath, so it's really hard to see. I can't see it unless I really look very closely at that. So I use those Crayola Twistables. I haven't swatched those yet. I've had those for a while too. Okay, so this one comes out easy as you please. I thought it was going to stick more or something, but this has been sealed with Mod Podge, like I said, and so everything is sliding better. So I'm wondering, you know, maybe that's going to work for this Mod Podge matte. I'm going to give it a whirl. So this is one. Let's see if I can take it out. Okay. Now I have to give these another coat. They're too light for me, and what didn't happen? The last bottle. I ran out of my melted chocolate, and I just ordered more from Amazon, and those 3 arrived today. And then, so I need to give, I was diluting it, adding 1 spray of water to like a $50 size dollop on a lid, on this lid, and then giving it a good mix and making the paint last longer, because I knew I was running out of it. And I was like, oh man, I still have a lot of boards to do. So finally I did it, and this, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little number or a letter B or something like that right there. Oh, the dog cares, right? Oh, and there's a big number here. What, 296, I think it says. So this is a box flap for closing a box because of that number. And for these slats, I want to say that I needed to make sure that they were a bit thicker than the ones that Amazon has, the newer boxes made with less material, and those are they're kind of flimsy, and they're even flimsier when you take the paper off of them to reveal the corrugation. So these are from those boxes, and these are from the heavier boxes that I occasionally get. Like Subscribe and Save, I get a lot of different items. Some of them, when you put them all in one box, it gets a little heavy. So I get the heavy duty boxes from Amazon on Subscribe and Save days. Most months anyway. So this one, I cut these to fit, and as you can see this is the short side. Has the short slit, and the long side has the long slit, and that I did on purpose, and I kind of fell into that thought, as it were. I did lower height boards, and I think I can show you that. Yeah, these are lower height boards, and there are 4 of them here in particular, and they go together and they make individual little corners on all 4 sides, and then narrower slats here or spaces here on all 4 sides, and then a bigger area in the middle. So I wanted to make that one. I did these. So these are long and short side. And originally, the long side had this in the middle, right? No, the long side had these little ones here. And the short side had these longer ones here. And I thought, you know, I think I could remember better if I put long slits on the long slats and short slits on the short slats. Boy, that is a mouthful to say. I can't believe I can say it. But so that's I made templates for. This is a long slat with inch spaced slits. So these are an inch apart, and then the ones here that show check marks are the ones that I used. So I used this one, this one, this one. And I just took a pencil and traced it. And then I used the Fiskars finger cutter. And that did a nice, neat job of cutting these. Now, as you can tell, these aren't perfectly aligned. Some of them go a little bit off this way, like the middle one does there. But it still works. And then for the short side, I did a template for the short slats. And those also are not exactly perfect. And they're roughly 1 inch apart, at least these inner ones are. So I just did that one, and that one. So I have 3 pairs to match those parameters, I guess. And then to trace the cardboard at the beginning, I have the long side template and the short side template, and I put the measurements in there so to match the inner measurements on this way and that way. And then the height is about 5 1/4 all the way to the top, but I didn't want to go all the way to the top, so I went only to 5 inches high. Okay, but it still looks like it's at the top, so I'm glad I stopped at 5 inches and didn't go all the way up to 5 1/4. Okay, then the inside here is scrapbook paper. Oh, I said that before, but here is this corner right here shows the tear. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see it, and it's very hard to see, so I'm not really worried about it. It's serving its purpose right now. That's great. Okay, then I think that's it. I did this one. I want to put this one together for you, hopefully. Okay, so we have long side and short side. Also, these are a little bit, one's lower than the other, but I'm not worried about that. That is okay. And you put, when I first cut the slits for the boards, for just 2 boards, right, one that way. I want to do it. I'll do it that way. What was I saying? I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Long, Tammy. Long. Oh yeah, hello. I know what I'm doing. I do. Short slats go into the long. Short slits, long. Yeah, short slits go into the long slits. Wow. It's been a long day. And long slits go into the short slits. I think I have it. I want that to go that way. I want that to go up. Oh yeah, there we go. And then I have to remember, turn it around. Ta-da! Now, I do have this, right? I have these, but that's okay, because if I have something that requires a slit like that, I'm thinking, what do I have that requires that? I don't know. No, that wouldn't work. Additional boards or something like that. Then, or I can do this. Now, I just turned it upside down. That's all I did. They're giving me trouble. Okay, so this one, does this fit? This fits, but it's a slightly tight fit, but it fits. Does this fit? That fits. Oh yeah, that is great. Do these fit? No. They are too big on the bottom there. But I can still do, I can do this for my scissors. And I can do these, put this stuff here, put my pencil in there, and then this one I can put like there in the corner if I want to, or I can put, no, oh, maybe I can do that. Ooh, cool. And then I can put these in here so I can get them out more easily instead. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that is great. Put that cutter there if I want to. And anything that requires, let's see. I also have short height slats. And those would go in there or something, you know, to keep them handy. Awesome. And then, you know, pretty much anything in here that I want to put in here, or whatever, you know, whatever I have available. I have to remember I had the tape runner in there. Oh, you fell down. What did you do that for? Although I would probably put this upside down so I can, oh, I can put it right there. Cool. And then I have a divider. So that's one of the divider setups. The other divider setups I have, like I showed you before, this little corner and then a little bit of space here, right? And then another one I have is set up right for the middle. As a matter of fact, these two, I take these two out, I can crisscross them, rather like crisscross them, I don't know my crisscrosses, and set it up like that. And I also have lower slat or lower height ones that are like that as well. I made several of these. Or maybe I don't have it. What? Oh, one of these I think is a lower slat one. So I have that. That is so cool. And I definitely wanted my dividers to be adjustable so that I could take out and think, oh, you know, now I need a different setup for my supplies, because I have different supplies like glue, you know, different kinds of glue and things like that. And or even just to put this box in here, that would work, and keep little pieces of paper, my little pieces of paper in here. And who knows, maybe I'll turn the inside of this box into an adjustable. How small can I make a crafting supply organizer? Wow. So the next time I come on video for a crafting idea, it's either going to be the file folder accordion that I got that idea from another YouTube creator I'm subscribed to, or I will do make this a two-part series and set up a box that I have in mind, a smaller, more rectangular box, almost shoebox size, but not a shoebox, and show you that, and then from start to finish. That could be a two-parter too. I have no idea. But I just wanted to show you, this is actually my prototype. Usually the prototype, it looks horrible, but this one, I had a lot of fun making this one. This is really cool. So, there you have it. Oh, can I fit my... Have I rearranged things? Okay. Can I put... No, I can't. I can stand them up. I can take them out of the container and stand up my pens, but I can't put those in there. Not today. That's a bummer. I can put my phone in here. Yeah! I took all kinds of pictures. I was showing my friend, sending her all this stuff. That I even did the gold trim here with the bronze and gold Uniball gel pens up here. So I sent my picture of this. And that's from the template. The other template, where is it? Man, I lost it already. Who knows where it is? Oh, it's here. This one, I did the side here. And I had, like, how am I going to get a good picture of that? Because it's just a little slit there, you know. But I just propped it up against something else. And I just gave her a play-by-play. Oh, here, like, the different dividers. This this one, this design right here is, it's almost this, and I just took out one of these slats, so it's just a little bit of space there. No corner there and no corner there, but 2 corner slots right there, corner spaces. So that's that one. And this one, I took the slit templates and I put them together, and I was like, well, that's kind of cool. That's all I have. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't do all of the dividers and take pictures, but I did not. But I definitely had a lot of fun. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a creative day. Bye.